Hi, and welcome back. I'd like to take a moment and walk you around, give you a virtual tour, if you will, of this 2015 F750 that we built here at Idaho Wrecker Sales. As I'd mentioned in some earlier videos, this is an IWS spec chassis. What that means is that we custom designed this chassis and ordered it through our Ford dealer, and it's a chassis you'll find exclusively at Idaho Wrecker Sales. And years of experience has led us to designing a chassis with these specs. And this truck is 26,000 GVWR, so it's a non-CDL truck, but what we did is we upgraded the rear end to 21,000 pound rear axle. We upgraded the rear air suspension to 20,000 pounds. We installed a 10,000 pound front axle. We just did an awful lot of things in here to increase the service life of this truck by putting larger components in it. It's gonna last a lot longer, but these are subtle things that make an IWS truck different than any other truck out there. Here's a shot of the in the ditch toolboxes. You notice this has a full-length shelf with dividers in it, has a single paddle latch on the door, makes it real easy to get into if you have things in your other hand. We're going to move around to the back, and I talk about this on every video it seems, but it's very important to note that the stainless steel panels around the light housings are replaceable and they don't get all corroded from road debris as sand and stuff flips up from your tires. Also want to note that this is a 4,000 pound wheel lift at full extension. A lot of the other carriers you'll be looking at out there have a 4,000 pound rating maybe, but it would be in a retracted. So as it's extended, the rating might drop clear down to 2,500 or 3,000 pounds. These L arms are rated at 4,000 pounds. Here Marty's going to show you how easy they are to install. The aluminum shoe there under his left hand can also be removed as well. Gives you lots of different variations of how you can use the L arms. Now as we move around to the passenger side of the truck, I'd like to talk to you about some of the other features. This truck is equipped with an air dump valve, so you control it from inside the cab. Makes it really nice to drop the bed down to help get a lower load angle. This truck is equipped with an LCG bed on it. It also has the load ride option on it, so you'll notice that there's a little bit of a tail inside of the bed, and it really works great for hauling exotic vehicles and really low to the ground vehicles. Now we're going to show you a little bit about what's going on under the bed. Here we've installed the In the Ditch brand box tops. You can also notice that here's a neat thing we do. We install dry decking and then we set the box top up so that there's a drain, so if moisture gets in there, it drifts down through the dry decking and then wicks out. In the lumber basket, there's also drain slots on it. Here's a nice shot of the In the Ditch brand storage fender. This is a great place to store a gas can, trash can. You can keep tire chains in here, anything that you feel you need to store in and out of eyes or prying eyes ways. Also notice that we rivet everything down instead of using the cheap self-tapping screws that break off all the time. Also notice the way we tie the wires up and the hoses. We know when you're driving down the freeway in the middle of winter that ice balls start hanging on the wiring, and we use lots of zip ties and really pride ourselves on the way we build these trucks so that they're going to last year after year. As the bed goes up, I want you to know that we upgrade all of our trucks to the 24 gallon per minute hydraulic pump instead of the smaller 17 and 18 gallon. We do spend the extra $300 on getting a bigger hydraulic pump because we want the bed to move fast. The faster we can get you in and out of the side of the road, the better off. So by increasing the bed speed, we can get you in and out of there faster. Now as we move around to the passenger side, I want to talk to you a little bit about the slide out jack bracket. This is an In the Ditch product that we're really excited to offer to our customers. In the old days, everybody stored their big floor jack sideways and it killed your back to reach in there and grab them. With this new jack bracket, that's a thing of the past. Here's the air service provision where you can hook an air hose on and run air tools, or use it just to blow out your cab. Here's a nice shot of the Chevron cab protector. This has a LED light bar on it. This truck has a 9,000 pound Ramsey winch with the real nice tensioner and free spool system on it. Now we're going to move around to the front of the truck. You know, as with all the IWS spec trucks, we're putting lots of horsepower in them. This truck here is 300 horsepower, has a engine exhaust brake. We also equipped it with an air dryer. These are things that you got to watch for when you're buying a new truck. If you don't have an air dryer on it and you get moisture in your air lines, your brakes are going to freeze up in the middle of the winter. It's not uncommon for these Cummins engines to get 10 to 12 miles per gallon as the average on them. They're just been a fantastic engine, and I can't say enough good about them. Here's a neat feature on the Fords, on the chassis that we're speccing, is the power mirrors, to be able to fold them in and fold them out. You know, if you're backing into a tight spot or pulling into a tight spot, to be able to do that with the powered option. Now as we move into the cab, notice it has a full-length rear bench seat. You can flip a lever and fold the seats up if you have extra product that you need to store on the back seat, or if you have extra passengers, just fold the seats down. Here's a nice shot of looking out the front of the truck. This truck is equipped with the Sync radio package. It's Bluetooth capable or Bluetooth ready, so you can sync your cell phone to your stereo so that you can have hands-free operation of your cell phone. Notice where we put the PTO switch, we move it up into your line of sight, so hopefully you don't forget to drive down the road with the PTO switch on. By putting it right there in your line of sight, we hope to eliminate that problem. Ford's done a good job of installing really nice, easy to see switches. Here's the air dump valve. This truck does have a driver operated locking rear differential, which is real nice. If you get into some soft ground, you can flip that lever and lock both the rear axles together and get you out of there. In a sense, it's giving you four-wheel drive. Well, thanks for your time, and if you like what you see, stop by and give this truck a test drive. Thanks again.